People often ask about how they can improve on their negotiation skills. The answer is there's no simple way to improve quickly, other than spending tons of time negotiating in role plays, and more importantly in real-life negotiation settings. This video will introduce you to one of my recommended roleplay exercises that I invented, which will seriously improve your negotiation skills. This is called the negotiation A/B exercise, where A means practicing negotiation from a position of strength, while B means negotiating from a position of relative weakness. Based on our nature, character, and personality, it is likely that we are more comfortable with one of either positions. For example, I feel that I am more comfortable with negotiating from a position of strength, which means that I need to practice more on negotiating from a position of weakness. The aim of this negotiation A/B exercise is to help you figure out which role you are more comfortable with, so that you can develop a set of tools to help you improve on your overall ability to get what you want. I would say you should definitely practice this around 10 times within your first month of trying so that you can quickly gauge where your negotiation ability is at and how you should improve. In terms of who you should pick as your negotiation partner, it doesn't matter if he or she is your friend, family member, or a total stranger. The goal again is for you to reflect on your mindset and psychology when you negotiate from different positions, so that you understand what needs improvement. We will talk about more of how you should come up with appropriate negotiation scenarios for this exercise to go on smoothly. Before we continue on this video, I'd just like to tell you guys that I, the founder of Life Solvers, and my team of professional business negotiators have been appointed by top company executives and individuals before to provide professional negotiation and HR training and consulting. For more information, just look at the description and feel free to drop me an email or WhatsApp. Let's continue the video. To explain more about why you should give this exercise a go, think of this as an exercise of psychology and mindset. In negotiations, the partner that often wins is the one that doesn't wilt under pressure and can clearly understand the amount of chips or leverage that each party has over the other. It is easy for us to claim that we are good under pressure, but the fact is, more often than not, unseasoned negotiators will often wilt under pressure by making immediate concessions to demands, since this is human nature to satisfy others. People often think that negotiating from a relatively stronger position is easier, which can be the case, but far from 100% accurate. Based on my observation, female negotiators often find it more difficult than male negotiators to negotiate from position A, since women tend to be less direct and feel less comfortable by being assertive and demanding. As a seasoned negotiator who has observed, joined, and closed more than thousands of business deals, it is not uncommon where parties with more leverage give out unnecessary concessions as a result of feeling bad, or even guilty, about demanding too much. By experiencing negotiation from a position of strength, you will get a good idea of how you will behave in real-life settings when you have more power than the other. More oftentimes than not, humans are uncomfortable with having more power at first, which can lead to subpar negotiation outcomes. I wouldn't want to use the word ruthless as a criterion for being a great negotiator, but great negotiators can always detach themselves from feelings and emotions, whilst focusing on logic, tactics, and facts. This is something that Donald Trump does very well, which is why he can often secure the largest concessions from his opponents when he has more leverage than the other. Similarly, this exercise allows you to experience the mindset of a negotiator who has significantly less power than his or her counterparty. Again, some might assume that negotiating from a position of weakness is harder, but you never know. I know great negotiators who actually become more pumped up and energetic when they feel they are cornered in negotiations. However, it is vital for everybody who wants to become a good negotiator to become comfortable at being in a low power position. Think about the amount of instances in which our negotiation counterparty has more power than us, especially when we're starting out in life. Negotiating with your mom and dad as a child, negotiating with employers when you start out as a fresh grad, negotiating with large corporations and clients when you start out as a small business owner, and so on. I would say the key to becoming a good negotiator from position B is to be able to stand your ground whilst being creative. What I mean is that you must realize and articulate your own worth, since if you are of no value, you wouldn't even be sitting in the same negotiation table with your counterparty. By being creative, I mean that you should think of creative ways to make the least concessions and get the most out of negotiations, enlarging your wiggle room with your opponent the best you can. Inexperienced negotiators often feel that they must say yes to every demand made by a more powerful opponent, but this is not the case. This behavior is merely the psychological actions of an unseasoned negotiator and a result of not knowing your worth and lack of confidence. Now that you have understood the goals of this negotiation exercise, we will delve into the specifics of how to kickstart this negotiation exercise through a three-stage process in our next video. See you soon!